It wasn't my favorite, but it was my least favorite.
Who poisoned the maid of honor?
Hi, welcome to another episode of His and Her Cinema Spotlight Edition. I'm Ryan.
I'm Bianca.
I love watching movies.
Think I do too.
Today our Spotlight episode is on Toy Story 5, the brand new entry in the Toy Story franchise.
What did you think?
I liked it. Full disclosure, it's probably my least favorite of the Toy Story movies so far, but I still enjoyed this.
Today you were asking if I was of the opinion if the movie should be capped at the third one, and I think I would find it more powerful. This one, it was a cute movie.
So in Toy Story 5, Jessie ends up taking centerfold as the main character of our series now. While she's enjoying her time with Bonnie, Tech is introduced into the household to encourage Bonnie to try and make more friends, and the lily pad introduced ends up trying to take over the household to a certain extent and get rid of the toys.
Oh, thank you! Hi there, I'm Lilypad.
And Jessie is starting to feel like she's being replaced again.
Jessie seems to be struggling with Bonnie's growing up, being into this new age of tech. She's showing less interest in play, so she's doing everything in her power to hold on to the connection she has because she's so stunted and traumatized by Emily. And you can correlate that because the first clip is the tires swing and the really depressing song that they played in the second movie when she was getting tossed aside by Emily. I literally looked at Ryan and I was like, what the fuck? Because I thought I was going to start crying. This movie also centers around growing up, aging, a toy's purpose, and I think that's prevalent in all the movies. What was wild to me is that, like, if you think about it, it took Woody 3 movies to really come to terms with it. And so for Jessie, this would be like her 4th movie in the series. So it's just really this struggle of like letting go, accepting newness, and just the inevitable.
Yeah, and I think that's also a problem with the movie is that it's kind of treading water with these like themes that they've already addressed in previous movies and that they've addressed better in other movies. I don't think the movie's terrible or anything like that. The story, while told from a new and refreshing perspective, doesn't engage me in the way that, like, say, I rewatched the first movie in preparation and I just couldn't believe it. Yes, the animation in this is incredible by comparison to what, was out in 1995, but just from a storytelling perspective, from a character perspective, the first one is still just like light years ahead of of the latest ones.
If anything, it's really touching on a lot of nostalgia. I mean, you're seeing the toys age physically with Woody's gut and bald spot.
Forky?
Oh,
Someone needs a brown marker.
And you were saying yesterday, even their voices sound old, which, I mean, the voice actors are old, but like you can hear it and it's really sad.
Losing Bonnie to this device.
What really surprised me was in our theater, all the little kids, like, as distracted as kids can be, like they were locked in this movie, which was really refreshing to see. Like, we didn't have any disruptive children getting uninterested. I mean, it still does a good job being a kids movie. Just have a really high bar set with 1 through 3.
Completely agree with that. Some of the new characters, I really enjoyed Conan O'Brien as the potty training companion toy. Like, he was probably the funniest part of the movie.
I knew Conan O'Brien was in the movie, but it didn't click for me until he was dressed up like a spy with his orange hair. It was really cute. Backed me up was the little Buzz Lightyear abandoned toy side plot that tied into the story, because that's how the movie does open with Buzz Lightyear's like getting dropped in an island, and then they all like corral and become like an army and figure out how to get off this island. Interesting to me is that Buzz Lightyear is still the relevant toy after all this time, because they had a way to infuse tech with it.
There's not really a lot that Woody and Buzz can do in these movies anymore. Definitely side characters. Buzz, his big plot is that he wants to ask Jessie a question. I won't spoil what that question is, but that's pretty much it. It's him trying to find the time to ask her this question, and Woody's just there to have some head bashing against Buzz in terms of who's the real deputy in town still. If you took them out of the movie, I don't think anyone... I guess it wouldn't be a Toy Story movie, but it wouldn't change much of the main plot.
I think Woody was struggling a little bit with his new purpose, in a sense, because his thing now is to help abandoned toys, and I think he felt, obviously, his obligation to go help his first home of toys, and Jessie didn't really need his help. I mean, she kind of did without her knowing it. She didn't ask for it. And he kind of inserted himself, even though him and Buzz are just kind of like, I'm in charge now. I don't need you. Nope, you still need me because I was in charge. This communication trope kind of embedded into this movie. Even though Woody's got it figured out, he's still a little bit confused with that.
John Cusack did a great job as Jesse. Story was definitely tugging at my heartstrings. I guess, and this is a lame bar to set, but the fact that it didn't make me cry is probably why I figured that this might be one of the weaker entries in the Toy Story franchise, because the first three have all made me cry in some way, shape, or form.
Like, even the last one felt a little bit more impactful, but I really did like the discourse on screen time on our generation of children. I think that kids are becoming a little bit aggressive because they're showing signs of addiction to the screens, and you see that when you take an iPad away from a child. They immediately flip. They don't know how to handle their emotions, so the only thing they can do with the emotional maturity they have at their present age is scream, cry, freak out, maybe a little bit of hitting, depending on the child. I don't really a dependent device for them now, and it does a lot. Like, it does more than just games. It can be used as a tool to support an education, but it absolutely is rewiring the brain chemistry, causing them to be very impatient, a low tolerance for stimulation outside of like fast-paced, rapid attention seeking.
This movie definitely encourages kids to go out and touch some grass. I can't really go at this movie in the same way that you do in terms of your experiences with kids dealing with tablets and phones and screens, because you have way more experience with that. I appreciate that the movie isn't just like explicitly tech bad per se. It definitely looks at the negative sides, but it has some pros to it as well too, which I can appreciate. This stuff is here to stay. It's not like it's going anywhere. I think you bring up some good points about the tech aspect.
We could drop into spoilers. Bonnie's having a hard time making friends because of the age of tech. All her friends are online, and this lily pad's insisting on connection via social media, in a sense. She's eager to join in on that, but ultimately she's just not that kid. Like, she still clearly likes play. She's really embarrassed when the kids come at her for playing with toys. That becomes a huge focus of the movie. And the lily pad's doing everything it can to make her popular with this group of girls in her dance class. Ultimately, there's another child in this movie who lives at the former address of Jesse's initial owner, Emily. And this girl is kind of like on a farm life, low tech. Like, the tech she has are like battery operated, like the poop companion and like a little digital camera. And then I don't really know what the crocodile was. Oh, it was like a map.
Yeah, it was like a GPS.
Yeah, so like all three of them had to connect to help Jessie get Bonnie to connect with this other child, Blaze, because Blaze aligns more with Bonnie. She prefers play too at her age. She isn't immersed in this high-tech society. Like, they are compatible as friends. Ultimately, both the girls struggle with making friendships, so the toys think that they would be a really good pair, and spoiler alert, they are a good pair, and I really love that.
Yeah, it's a sweet ending for sure. By the end, we get to see Bonnie become more confident in who she is in terms of her identity as a child at this point in time, in an era where play is considered uncool to a certain extent, as well as Blaze's character being able to bring that out of her. I thought that was a really sweet and endearing moment at the end when the neighbors that she initially tried to connect with at the very beginning of the movie responded more positively to her playing outside in the front yard.
Ultimately, Bonnie was holding herself back. She was really shy, and that's really like prohibited her from making friendships. I don't think the tech helped at all. Just needed her toys. I love Jessie the Cowgirl. I had a Jessie the Cowgirl doll when I was little, and I was excited because I was like, oh my god, I love my Jessie doll. She's sitting in my parents' garage somewhere. I kind of want to go get her out now, but it didn't really hit anything crazy for me. So if you had to rank the movies in order from favorite to least favorite, how would you do that?
I grew up with the first one immensely. I know 2 is considered the best one. I think the second one's great, but it might even just be, sounds so lame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the first one is perfect. Second one's close to perfect for me. So it's a very close tie between those two. The third one, I think it has a couple lulls, an incredible ending, and some amazing moments in it. I don't remember the fourth one super well, and that's why I can't tell if it's tied for my least favorite or if it is my least favorite. But so far, with this one being the freshest in my memory, it's probably my least favorite that I've seen.
I'm gonna have to agree with most of that. I would put 2 before I would put 1, so my ranking would be 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. What'd you rate this on Letterboxd?
Give this a decent 3. I thought overall it was still a good movie. Had a great time with in the moment, but I wouldn't be rushing to like Disney Plus to watch anytime soon.
Agreed. I'm gonna go with 2.5. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I will rewatch it ever, just because it's not as good as the other ones where I'd be pulled to watch 1 through 3. Probably like a marathon and then cap it at there. A lot of people aren't gonna like it as much, but I know that there are people that will like it and resonate, whether it's tech on their life or their parents watching their kids try to make relationships. Really, it explored some newer themes that I thought were cool, but yeah, let us know what you think.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Peace.